Hey guys, and welcome to the German A1 crash course. In just a few minutes, you will discover how fun and easy learning German can be. This is not just any random course. It is a special crash course designed to help you start with speaking and understanding German faster than you thought possible. What you are about to learn is just the first 2 modules of my intensive German A1 course. Each module contains about 5 videos, so that basically means this video is a package of 10 videos where I will teach you the basics of German. So let's dive into this. So welcome to the first video of module number 1. So before we start with our main video, let's talk about which videos we are going to cover in this module. So module number 1, Introduction to German. In this module, we are going to cover 5 videos. So the video number 1 is German alphabet and pronunciation. That means in this video, we are going to talk about German alphabet and pronunciation. So in the second video, we will talk about numbers and days of the week. In the third video, you can see greetings and farewells. In fourth video, we are going to talk about introducing yourself. After completing this video, you can proudly introduce yourself in German. And lastly, we'll talk about the clock and time system in German. So let's continue with our first video, which is German alphabet and pronunciation. So these are the points what we are going to cover in this video. And these are the German alphabet A to Z, additional letters, vowel sounds, consonant sounds, and diphthongs. So at first, let's talk about the German alphabet. The German alphabet consists 26 letters, just like the English alphabet. So now what we're going to do is I will go through each and every alphabet, and then after me you also have to pronounce the alphabets. So instead of saying A, you would say A. A is A, okay? A. B, you will say B. B. A, B. Then C, you would say Se. Se. Like the English, how you say, but with an T. Se. Se. D is day. How you say in English? Day, like the normal day, okay? Day. A, B, C, day. Then E, you would say A. Not E, it is A, okay? Then F. F is just normal one, like English, F. G is gay. How you say gay in English? Like that, gay. H is ha. It's not H, it's ha. Then we have I. Instead of saying I, you say E, okay? So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E. Then J. J, you'd say yacht, okay? Then you have K. K, you'd say K in German, okay? L is just like normal English, L. It's no different, it's like the same one, L. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E, yacht, K, L, okay? Then you have M. M is like just normal M. N. N is also like just normal English, N, M, N. And O is also like normal English, O. Then you have M and O. These are like English one, okay? Then you have P. P, you'd say pay. Like if you're saying in English, you have to pay something or you want to pay something, like that, pay. So M and O, pay. Then Q, this is an odd one. You don't say Q, you say Q, okay? Q. And the next one, R. It's the most difficult one. I also struggle with this one. You don't say R or R, you say R. R. That should come from your throat, okay? R. Even I can't say it properly, but you should practice it more and more. R. R. Then you have S. S is like just normal English, S. T is T. T. And then U. U is like Q. Q, you said Q. U, you would say U, okay? U. The next one is V. V, you would say in German, V, okay? V. And W. W, you would say V, okay? V. Let me just move me a little bit. Okay. Then you have X. X is in German X. You don't say X, you say X, okay? And then last one, you can see Y and Z. Y, you would say in German Ypsilon, okay? Ypsilon. And Z, you would say Z. Like you said in say, in C, say. Similar one, you would start with T and then say set, set, okay? So now let me just go through all the 26 letters and you have to also repeat after me. So let's do it together. A, A, B, B, C, C, day, day, a, f, f, gay, gay, ha, ha, e, yacht, yacht, ka, ka, l, m, n, o, p, q, r, s, t, u, v, v, x, y, z. So after completing these basics, let's do some advanced one. Okay, then you have additional letters. In addition to these 26 letters, German has 4 extra characters, and these are A, Ö, Ü, and S. These are called umlauts, okay? Umlauts and the accent, okay? This one called accent, and these are with umlaut, okay? You would say A umlaut, O umlaut, U umlaut, and then accent. But the pronunciation is a bit different, okay? You don't say A, you say E. You don't say O, you say U. You don't say U, you say Ü. For example, you would say März, Käse. März means in English March, and Käse means in English cheese, okay? So the next one we have Ü. Ü, for example, zurück, zurück. Zurück means back, and Glück. Glück means luck. Same also goes with Ö. Ö is from O umlaut, Ö. So you would say, for example, Öl. Öl. Öl means oil, and Körper. Körper. Körper means body, okay? And the last one we have Asset, okay? So Asset, you can see, for example, Fußball. Fußball. So this asset is basically playing the role of two S, yeah, double S. If it is with only one S, then you would say Fußball, yeah, Fußball. But if you have an asset, then you would say Fußball. Fußball, okay? You see, you have to give some kind of pressure. That's why Fußball. And the next one you can see Spaß. Spaß. Spaß means fun. So in this case, if you have only one S, then you would say Spaß. Spaß, yeah? So these are some 4 additional ones. That means in German, there are in total 30 letters or 30 alphabets. So let's go to the next slide. Vowel sounds. German vowels can be short or long. Let's look at each one, okay? Let's look at each one. So you know in English, we have total 5 vowels. These are A, E, I, O, U. In German, also same. A, E, I, O, U. Okay? So you can see A, short A as in man. Yeah, man. You would just say man. Man means man. But as a long A as in Name. Yeah, you see? Name. In man, you say man. But in case of Name, you will use this A as a long A. Yeah, Name. Short A as in bet. Bet. Bet means bed. Yeah. Long A as in ze. Ze. Okay. Bed und See. Bed means bed and See means lake. So then you have E. Short E as in fit. Fit. It's like normal one fit. But as long E as in Bia. Bia. You see, you have to give some kind of pressure. Bia. That's why long E in Bia, short E in fit. Similarly also goes with O. Short O as in Ost. Ost. Yeah. You just say Ost. You don't have to give any kind of pressure. But in long O as in broad. Broad. Yeah. So in this case, you have to say the O for a longer time. Ost is like short O. Broad is as long O. Okay. Broad means bread and Ost means east. So similarly also goes with U, short U as in Hund. Hund. Hund means dog. And long U as in Schule. Schule. So in Schule you have to say it for a longer time. Schule. But in Hund you will just say Hund. Yeah, Hund. So this was some common difference between short and long vowels. The thing is, for this there are no specific rules, but with the time as you practice you would understand the difference between the short vowel and the long vowel. So let's go to the next slide. Consonant sounds. Okay, so in German there are some letters which sounds different. For example, when this CH gets together, then there are two types of sounds. So one is after A, E, I, E, Oe, Oe, Ö, it will sound like ish, sh. It will come from the tongue, sh, yeah, ish. Besha, fesha, nicht, lösha, yeah. And the other one you can see after A, O, U and Au, the sound will come from throat. For example, nach, kochen, woche, kuchen, auch. You see this one from throat. So what is the difference? Ish, nach, besha, kochen, fesha, woche, nicht, kuchen, lösha, auch. So these are some other consonant sounds. For example, the combination of SCH, same as sh in English, yeah? Schule, fish, Schnee, schlafen, yeah? Same as sh in English. And the next one is Z. Z sounds like ending of hats. Hats. You see the ending hats. This is the sound of Z, yeah? For example, Zug, Zimmer, Salz, Netz, or the ending of the hats is the sound of this set, yeah? Zug, Zimmer, Salz, Netz. So let's go to the next slide, diphthongs, okay? These are combinations of two vowels that gives a single sound, okay? You can see this one, A, E is equal to I, yeah? For example, you don't say sein, you say sein, to be, dein, your, mine, my. You see, A, E in combination, I, mine, sein, dein. The next one, the combination of E and A sounds like E. Yeah? For example, fliegen, liegen, liefern. Okay? So the next one, the combination of A and U sounds like Au. Yeah? Au. For example, laufen. You see? Laufen, kaufen, faul. Yeah? So the next one is the combination of A and U. Sounds like Oi. Example, Deutsch. You don't say Deutsch or something. You say Deutsch. German. Europa, Europe. Feuer, fire. Okay? It's Oi. So I, E, Au, Oi. So let's go to the next slide. Practice words. So now let's practice some common words. Yeah, you can see the first one is apple. Apple you would say in German Apfel. Apfel. Then you have school. School you would say in German Schule. Schule. Then you have smartphone. Smartphone you would say handy. Handy. Yeah. So then you have Brot. Brot means bread. Bread is Brot. Then you have a father and a son. So father is in German Vater. And son is in German Sohn. Then you have Hund. Hund means dog. Okay. So repeat after me. Apfel, Schule, Handy, Brot, yeah, Brot, Vater, Sohn, Hund. Okay. So conclusion. Congratulations on completing this lesson. Let's recap what we've learned today. The German alphabet, additional letters, vowels, consonant sounds, diphthongs, and some practices. That's it for this video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Hi, welcome to the second video of module number 1. In this video, we will learn how to count numbers and name the days of the week in German. These basics will help you in everyday conversation. So let's get started. Numbers and days of the week. Here is what we are going to cover. Introduction to numbers 1 to 20. Tens like 20, 30, 40, etc. Combining numbers, common uses of numbers and days of the week. Introduction to numbers 0 to 12. 0 you will say null, 1 is eins, 2 is zwei, 3 is drei, 4 vier, 5 fünf, 6 sechs, 7 sieben, 8 acht, 9 neun, 10 zehn, 11 elf, 12 zwölf. One more time, repeat after me, okay? Null, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Introduction to numbers 8 to 20. Rule. Numbers after 12 equal to last unit plus first unit. We know 10 is equal to 10 and 3 is equal to 3. So, according to the rule, it will be 13. Remember, I just told you that last unit will be at the first place and first unit will be at the last place. That's why 3 and 10. 3, we know 3 is for 3 and 10 is for 10. That's why it's 13. And using the rule, you will continue like 14, 15, yeah? 16. But there is a little twist. 17 for 17 will be 17. Okay? Otherwise, the other number will follow the rule except this 17. Okay? Not 17, 17. 17 will be 17. So 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19. And finally, 20. Okay. Now we will talk about tens like 20, 30, 40 and more. So let's move on to the tens. 30 is 30. There is an exception for 30 like 17. You said it a little bit different. By speaking it's the same. You say 30, 40, 50. But if you write then 30, the 30 will be with an asset, not G. And the other ones you can see ending is with G. Yeah, 20 also was with G. But for 30, for 30, you will use this asset at the end. So 30, for 40, 40, for 50, 50. You noticed 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to learn 1 to 12. And then afterwards, you can just use the rules. Like for 30 is 30, 40 is 40, 50 is 50, 60 is 60, 70 is zip. Again, one more time. We don't say 70, we will say 70. So 80 for 80, 90 for 90, and 100 will be 100. 100, not 100, it's 100. So till now we have just learned how to say from 1 to 12 in German, then from 13 to 20, and then tens, yeah? So let's combine the different numbers. For examples here, the rule is simple. Numbers after 20, last unit plus an und plus first unit. Und is basically and in English. You say and in English, and in German you will say und. For example, using this rule, you will say 21 as 21. Remember, last unit is 1, 1 is ein, then und is also und, and then first unit is 20. Or in German 20, so that you will say 21, yeah? So the same rule applies for all the numbers, like for 32, 32. Remember last unit 2, and then und, and then 30 for the first unit, yeah? 86 will be 6, then und, and then 80, the first unit. Let's talk about some extreme examples. For example, 182. How do you say it in German? You will say it like 100. So 100 is this one. It's simple. 100 we just learned. 100 will say 100. That's why 100, and the rest is the same, like follows this rule. You say 100 and then the last unit 2, and then und, you can say und, and then 80, you say this one 80. For 357 it will be the same, so 300 for 300, yeah, and afterwards you can just say 57, yeah, you say 357. So in 3-digit number the first digit will be 100, that's why you will say 100 or 300 or 900, and afterwards the 2-digit will be the normal one, yeah, you will just use this formula. So it was 182, 357, and for the last one it will be 978. The same rule, like last unit plus und and plus first unit, yeah. 900 till 900 it is the same, 300, 100, and then this 2-digit number 78. I think till this part of video you should not have any problems with counting from 1 to 1000, yeah. And if you don't understand, just replay the video and try to understand the formula, the rules. If you use the rules and you practice regularly, then you can do it as well, but it will probably take some time. If you practice for, let's say, 2 to 3 days, I'm damn sure you can count from 0 to 1000 smoothly. So common uses of numbers. Let's learn some common uses of numbers. Let's say, how do you say I have 4 apples? You see here, I have 4 apples. So 4 apples will be ich habe 4 Äpfel. Yeah, you will say like ich habe 4 Äpfel. Apfel is the singular form and Äpfel is the plural form. So how do you say the sofa cost 29 euros? So it will be like the sofa costed 299 Euro. Yeah, 200 and then 99. 100 is the same one I just told you, and then 99, the last unit and first unit. So how do you say it? It's 8 o'clock. You will say just es ist 8 Uhr. Es ist 8 Uhr. Yeah. And the next one is common one. How do you say your phone number in German? You will say like meine Telefonnummer ist, and then 0176. What's your number is? Yeah, you got the point. What you can do is try to say the numbers what you will say in day-to-day life, like telling someone your address or telling someone your phone number, or if you're telling some numbers to your parents, just say it in German, yeah, so that you will practice and exercise in your day-to-day life. So days of the week. Now let's learn the days of the week. So how do you say the week in German? Die Woche. And how do you say weekend in German? You will say das Wochenende. Okay, so let's learn the days of the week. Okay, Monday is Montag, Tuesday is Dienstag, Wednesday is Mittwoch, Thursday is Donnerstag, and Friday is Freitag. Yeah, Montag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Donnerstag, and Freitag. These are the days of the week. And weekend, Saturday you will say Samstag, Sunday you will say Sonntag. Yeah, Samstag, Sonntag. Now let's repeat after me. Montag, Montag, Dienstag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Mittwoch, Donnerstag, Donnerstag, Freitag, Freitag, Samstag, Samstag, Sonntag, Sonntag. So let's learn some related vocabulary. Here are some related words. Heute. Heute is today. How do you say tomorrow? Morgen. Yesterday, gestern. Day after tomorrow, übermorgen. Day before yesterday, vorgestern. For example, heute ist Montag. Like today is Monday. Morgen ist Dienstag. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Gestern was Sonntag. Yesterday was Sunday. Yeah? So let's repeat after me. Heute, morgen, gestern, übermorgen, vorgestern. So Conclusion. Congratulations on completing this lesson. This lesson was so important for your foundation in German. You have to learn the numbers. You have to learn how to say the weekdays in German and the weekend also. And we also learned some kind of related vocabularies. I also shared some rule for the numbers. You have to just practice it according to the rules. But if you practice enough, I am damn sure you will be pro in counting numbers or say the name of the week in German. In next video, we will talk about some greetings and farewells. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye. Hi guys, and welcome to the third video of module number 1. In this video, we'll learn about the greetings and farewells in German. These are essential for everyday conversation. So let's get started. Greetings and farewells. Here is what we're going to cover. Basic greetings, basic farewells, additional farewells, basic polite expressions, simple dialogues. Okay, let's go through the video. Basic greetings. So there are two types of greetings you can see. One is hello. When you are alone, you can just say hello. Hello means hello in English. And the other one is hallo zusammen. If you see some people together, then you can just say hallo zusammen. Hello goes anytime with any situation. For example, you can say to your friends hello, and you can also say to your boss hello. So hello is the basic. Zusammen means together. That means if you want to say hello to more than one people, then you would say hallo zusammen. And if you meet a single person, then you can just say hello. Okay? So let's go to the next slide. Basic greetings. Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, and Guten Abend. So when do we say Guten Morgen? When it's morning, okay? In the morning, you would say Guten Morgen. During the day, you would say Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Guten Tag means good day. And during the evening, you would say Guten Abend. Guten Abend. Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend. Okay. So basic greetings. Difference between formal and informal situation. So now you would ask, what's the main difference between a formal situation and an informal situation? Well, if you're meeting with your friend, then you just say hello, okay? But if you are meeting formally, like to your boss or to the interview officer, then you can just say Guten Tag, okay? Guten Tag, it's a bit formal, and normal hello is hello. So let's go to the next slide. Basic farewells. So let's understand some basic farewells. So how do you say goodbye in German? Goodbye, you would say Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. If you say Auf Wiedersehen, your friend can answer it with also Auf Wiedersehen, okay? Auf Wiedersehen means until we see each other again. And the other one you can see Auf Wiederhören. Auf Wiederhören. That is also goodbye, but if you are in call with someone, okay? If you are calling with someone, then you would say Auf Wiederhören, because sehen means to see, hören means to listen or to hear. That's why if you are in call, you would say Auf Wiederhören. Next one can be Wir sehen uns. Wir sehen uns. That's in English like see ya or see you, okay? Wir sehen uns. So these were some traditional ways. And the next two, tschüss and ciao, these are some common ones. Tschüss means bye, or ciao. Ciao. Ciao means also bye. Tschüss and ciao. Tschüss and ciao you will use the most of the time. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Additional farewells. So there are some additional farewells, like you can say Guten Nacht. We have just learned Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend. This belong to greetings. And if you want to say Guten Nacht, this is some kind of farewell. By saying Guten Nacht or good night, you are leaving from the situation. That means that's a farewell. That's why Guten Nacht. Guten Nacht can be a farewell. Then the next one you can see Alles Gute. Alles Gute. That means all the best. Okay. So Alles Gute. So next one is take care. You can say in both ways. One is mach's gut, okay? And the next one is pass auf dich auf. Look after yourself. That basically means take care, okay? So the next one you can see schönen Tag noch. Schönen Tag noch. That means have a nice rest of the day. You will hear this most of the time at the cashier. The cashier always says schönen Tag noch. So the next one is viel Glück or viel Erfolg. That means good luck or much success. Viel Glück or viel Erfolg. Like if you want to wish someone a good luck, then you would say viel Glück or viel Erfolg. Okay. The next one is gute Fahrt or gute Reise. Gute Fahrt. That means have a nice trip. This Fahrt verb came from fahren. Fahren means to drive. So if someone traveling with a car, you would say gute Fahrt. If someone traveling with a bus or a train, then you would say gute Reise. So next, go to the next slide. It is also additional farewell. there is a rule for bis, okay? By simply using bis, you can also use tons of farewells, yeah? For example, you can say bis means until and then plus when you will see again. For example, you can say bis dann, bis später. Bis später means see you later. Später means later, dann means then, and bald means soon. That's why you can also say bis bald. Bis später, bis dann, bis bald. That means see you then, or see you later, or see you soon. Bis morgen means see you tomorrow. Bis übermorgen means see you the day after tomorrow. Bis heute Abend means see you this evening. You got the point, right? You can just start with a bis and then add when you want to meet the person again. Next, go to the next slide. Basic polite expressions. So there are some basic polite expressions like danke, Entschuldigung, or bitte. Okay? Danke means thank you. Entschuldigung means excuse me or sorry. If you want to say sorry to someone or want to say excuse me to someone, in both cases you would use Entschuldigung. Okay? This bitte can use for 1,000 situations, but I just wrote 2 of them. One is if you want to say welcome to someone, bitte, or if you want to say please to someone, yeah, please, bitte. Okay? So these are basics, okay? Remember, danke, Entschuldigung, bitte. So let's go to the next slide. Simple dialogues. Okay, now what we will do is we will just go through a dialogue and we will try to learn the greetings and farewell of a conversation. This girl called Hannah and this boy called Alex. Okay, for example, Hannah is saying Guten Morgen, wie geht's? Guten Morgen. You see the greeting? Guten Morgen, good morning. Wie geht's? How are you? Gut, danke. Und dir? Good, thank you. And you? Auch good. Tschüss. You see the farewell? Tschüss. And then Alex said, ciao. If someone said tschüss, you can also answer with tschüss. Or if you want, you can also say ciao. So, congratulations on completing this lesson. Great job. Today we have just learned how to use greetings and farewells in German. More than that, we also went through the informal and formal situation, some additional farewells, some polite expressions, and a common dialogue. Keep practicing these basics as they are important in your day-to-day life conversation. In the next video, we will learn how to introduce yourself in German. So see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. So welcome to the 4th video of module number 1. In this video, we will learn how to introduce yourself in German. This is an important skill for making new friends or starting a conversation. Introducing yourself. Here's what we are going to cover. Basic phrases, stating your age, occupation, hobbies and interests, questions and answers, self-introduction. Basic phrases. Let's learn some basic phrases to introduce yourself. You can say in both ways. Ich heiße or mein Name ist. Ich heiße is for my name is and mein Name is also for my name is. Yeah? For example, ich heiße Imtiaz, or I can also say mein Name ist Imtiaz. That's the same thing, yeah? You can say both phrases. Ich heiße or mein Name ist. The meaning of the both phrases will be my name is. Yeah? That's simple. So, stating your age. How do you say your age in German? Let's learn how to say your age. Ich bin ... Jahre alt. You say ich bin ... Jahre alt means I am ... years old. In this gap, you will put your age, yeah? For example, ich bin 22 Jahre alt. I am 22 years old. Ich bin is for I am and Jahre alt is for years old. In between, you will just put your age. For me, it's like ich bin 22 Jahre alt. Yeah? Okay. Occupation. Let's learn to state your occupation. Ich bin ... von Beruf. That's the same thing. In this gap, you will just put your what you do as a profession. For example, ich bin Lehrer von Beruf. Lehrer is for the word for teacher in German. How to say teacher in German? You will say Lehrer. For that, you will say ich bin Lehrer von Beruf. Or you can also say ich bin Arzt von Beruf. You can just put your profession, what you do, and then the rest is the same. Ich bin ... von Beruf. Ich bin ... von Beruf. So, hobbies and interest. Now let's talk about your hobbies and interest. You can say it in 2 ways, yeah? One is meine Hobbys sind. Meine Hobbys sind. That means my hobbies are. Or you can say ich interessiere mich für. Ich interessiere mich für. That means I am interested in. For example, you can say, meine Hobbys sind Lesen und Sport. My hobbies are reading or sports, like reading and sports. Or you can also say, ich interessiere mich für Lesen und Sport. Ich interessiere mich für Lesen und Sport. You can say in both ways, yeah? Okay. Question and answer. Let's learn some basic questions and answers. Wie heißt du? Wie heißt du? What's your name? You will say, wie heißt du? And then you will say, ich heiße your name. We have just learned it, yeah? Ich heiße your name or my name is your name. Wie alt bist du? How old are you? Wie alt? You say here wie was for what, but normally you will use the wie for how. Wie is the German word for how. So wie alt bist du? How old are you? Ich bin your age Jahre alt. We have just learned it also. Ich bin Jahre alt. I am dash years old. You will just put your age here. Ich bin 22 Jahre alt, 23 Jahre alt, 40 Jahre alt. What's your age is, you can just put there. So the next one, woher kommst du? It's a typical one. Woher kommst du? Where are you from? You will answer like, ich komme aus your country. I'm from dash. You will just put your country name there and then we will just say, ich komme aus your country name. Okay? So the next question is, was bist du von Beruf? Was bist du von Beruf? We also covered this section, yeah? Ich bin dash von Beruf. So next question, was sind deine Hobbys? We have also covered this section. What are your hobbies? You will say, meine Hobbys sind, then your hobbies. Or you can say, ich interessiere mich für, then your hobbies, yeah? For example, for me, meine Hobbys sind Musik hören, kochen. Musik hören is for listening music, kochen is for cooking. So let's learn self-introduction. How do you introduce yourself in German? In this case, for me, mein Name ist Imtiaz. Ich bin 22 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Deutschland. Ich bin Lehrer von Beruf. Meine Hobbys sind Kochen und Musik hören. Ja? One more time. Mein Name ist Imtiaz. Ich bin 22 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Deutschland. Ich bin Lehrer von Beruf. Meine Hobbys sind Kochen und Musik hören. Okay? So now your homework is you have to just take your phone and record yourself and introducing yourself in German. Yeah? You have to do it in front of the camera so that you can identify your mistakes and correct them. So congratulations on completing this lesson. In this video, we have learned how to introduce yourself in German, including stating your name, your age, your profession, your hobbies, and also where you're from, and all the sort of things what you need to introduce yourself. Keep practicing these phrases as they are important for your day-to-day life conversation. In next video, we will learn how to tell time in German. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Welcome to the fifth and final video of module number 1. In this video, we will learn how to set time in German. This is also important for your day-to-day life conversation. So let's dive into this. Clock and time. Here is what we are going to cover. Numbers on the clock. Minutes to or past the hour, quarter and half hours, some additional variants, and simple dialogues. Let's go. Number on the clock. 24-hour format. There is no AM or PM like English. And you will say like as is dash Uhr. Like it is dash clock. You will just put the time in it and then as is dash clock. For example, es ist 1 Uhr or 13 Uhr. 1 Uhr is for AM and 13 Uhr is for PM. Yeah, like this is at the night and this is at the afternoon. Es ist 2 Uhr for AM. Es ist 14 Uhr for PM. Es ist 3 Uhr. Es ist 15 Uhr. Es ist 4 Uhr. Es ist 16 Uhr. Es ist 5 Uhr. Es ist 17 Uhr. Es ist 6 Uhr. Es ist 18 Uhr. Es ist 7 Uhr. Es ist 19 Uhr. Es ist 8 Uhr. Es ist 20 Uhr. Es ist 9 Uhr. Es ist 21 Uhr. Es ist 10 Uhr. Es ist 22 Uhr. Es ist 11 Uhr. Es ist 23 Uhr. Es ist 12 Uhr. Es ist 0 Uhr. Like this side is for AM and this side is for PM. Let's move on to minutes to or past the hour. So left side of the clock will be 4 minutes to, and the right side of the clock will be minutes past or nach. It will be easy to understand if I show you some examples. For examples, es ist 5 nach 11. Like it is 5 past 11. That's why 5 nach 11. 5 past 11. Es ist 20 nach 11. It's 20 past 11. It is 20 past 11. That's why es ist 20 nach 11. So, es ist 25 nach 11. Es ist 25 nach 11. It is 25 past 11. That's why es ist 25 nach 11. So let's see some opposite examples. For example, on the other side, on the left side, you will say it as 4. Es ist 20 vor 2. It is, if you notice it, it is 20 minutes to be 2 p.m. That's why es ist 20 vor 2. The same thing you can see also here, es ist 25 vor 2. 25, yeah? As is, it is 25 minutes to be 2 p.m. That's why es ist 25 vor 2. So let's learn quarter and half hours. For quarter, you will say Viertel. Viertel, yeah? Halb is equal to 30 minutes. That's why halb is for half. For example, es ist Viertel nach 12. You see, 15 minutes past 12. That's why Viertel nach 12. Es ist, or you can also say it as is 12:15. It's formal. You will say it formally if you want to say it to your boss or like your teacher. It's formal. As is Viertel nach 12, you will say just to your friends, and it is informal one. The same thing with for. As is Viertel vor 12. You see here is 15 minutes remaining to be 12. That's why as is Viertel vor 12, or you can say it as is 11:45. It's formal and the other one is informal. The same thing goes with the halb. Es ist halb 3. You can see 3 is not full 3. That's why in German you will say halb 3. Like 3 is in half. Or you can say it informally as is 2:30. If you are confused with the halb 3 or Viertel vor things, then you can just say the usual number. 11:45, 2:30. It will be easy for you. Here another example, as is halb 12. You see, it is 30 past 11. As is 11:30. That's why halb 12. The half of 12. Or you can see as is 11:30. Yeah. So let's learn some additional variants. If it's just about to happen, then you will say as is kurz vor 9. You see, it is almost 9 o'clock. That's why you will say as is kurz vor. Kurz is for short. It is a little bit or short to become 9 o'clock. That's why as is kurz vor 9. Similarly, as is kurz nach 9. After 9, yeah? As a short a little bit after 9. As is kurz nach 9. As is kurz vor halb 10. It is like a little bit before 9:30. That's why as is kurz vor halb 10. Similarly, as is kurz nach halb 10. It is a short after 9:30. That's why as is kurz nach halb 10. Yeah. So let's see some simple dialogues. Let's practice what we have just learned. Entschuldigung, wie spät ist es? When you want to ask someone that what time it is, then you will just say wie spät ist es? Entschuldigung, wie spät ist es? Es ist 9 Uhr. Es ist 9 Uhr. It is 9 o'clock. That's simple, yeah? Es ist 9 Uhr. Second example. Entschuldigung, wie spät ist es? Es ist Viertel nach 11. Es ist Viertel nach 11. It's 11:15. Third example. Entschuldigung, wie spät ist es? Excuse me, what time is it? Es ist 7:30. Es ist 7:30. You see? It's 7:30. It's 7:30. That's why es ist 7:30. Telling time is not that easy. It will take some time to remember and recall the things you have just learned now. But with enough practice, you will be pro at this thing. Your homework will be from now, if someone asks you the time, you will just say it in German. Or if you want to know the time, you will ask the time in German. And if you get the answer, you will translate it into German. Doing that, it will take a place in your day-to-day life. So, Congratulations on completing this lesson. In this video, we have just learned numbers on the clock, how to say the time in German, some additional variants, and some simple dialogues. And with that, finally you have successfully completed module number 1. What's next? Hello and welcome to the second module of our German A1 course. In this module, we will cover the core element of German grammar, starting with how to use articles and noun correctly. We will then move on to pronouns both personal and possessive, which are crucial for talking about yourself and others. You will also learn how to conjugate verbs in present tense. And finally, we will explore some basic sentence structure so that you can start forming sentences right away. I know grammar can seem a bit challenging, but remember, each lesson is a step closer to mastering the language. Before we start with the video number 1, let's see which videos we will cover in this entire module. Module number 2, basic grammars. So the first video of module number 2 is article and nouns. That means in this video, we will talk about articles and nouns. In the second video, we will talk about personal pronouns. There are two types of pronouns. One is personal pronouns and the other one is possessive pronouns. And in the third video, we will learn about possessive pronouns. In the fourth video, we will talk about verb conjugation in present tense. And finally, in the fifth video, we will talk about basic sentence structure, like how to structure a sentence so that you can speak correctly. So let's move on. Article and nouns. Here is what we are going to cover. Introduction to articles, gender of nouns, plural forms, and some practical uses. So, introduction to articles. There are basically two types of articles. One is definite articles and the other one is indefinite articles. And under definite articles, there are three types of article. One is there, this is masculine one. The other one is the, this is feminine one. And the last one is das, this is neutral one. For example, der Vater, the father. Vater is a masculine word, that's why Vater has the article der. Die is all about feminine. For example, die Mutter. Mutter is basically the German word of mother. As Mutter is a feminine word, that's why Mutter has the article die Mutter. And finally, das is used for neutral things. For example, Buch. Buch is the German word of book. So Buch is the word that is neutral. That's why the word has das article, das Buch. So der Vater, die Mutter, and das Buch. In whole grammar section of learning German, the article is the trickiest one. In English, we have just one article, and that is die. The father, the mother, the book. But the problem with German is for each word, there is a specific article. So we just had an overview of definite articles. Let's see some indefinite articles. For 3 definite articles, there are 2 indefinite articles. For example, one is ein and the other one is eine. Eine is basically used for the masculine and the neutral one, and eine is used for the feminine one. For example, in case of neutral one, if you say the book in German, das Buch, you will say a book is ein Buch in German. Same goes with the feminine. For example, eine Katze. Katze is basically the German word of cat. And we used eine for the Katze because the Katze word is a feminine word and this one has the article of die. And if a word has the article of die, then you will say eine. That's why eine Katze. So basically the difference between definite articles and indefinite articles is simple. Like if you are saying it in English, the book and a book. The book is definite and a book is indefinite. It's not defined. And that's the simple difference of between two articles. So we have just covered the types of article. Let's learn gender of nouns. Every noun in German has a gender. For example, der Koch, die Köchin. Der Koch, die Köchin. Der Koch is the manly version of cook. Die Köchin is the female version of cook. Die Tochter. Die Tochter. This is the German word of daughter. Der Chef or die Chefin. Der Chef or die Chefin. Der Chef is the male version of boss and die Chefin is the female version of boss. Das Mädchen. Das Mädchen. This is the German word for the girl. Der Friseur or die Friseurin. Der Friseur or die Friseurin. Der Friseur is the male version of hairdresser. Die Friseurin is the female version of hairdresser. Der Hund or die Hündin. Der Hund or die Hündin. Der Hund is the male version of a dog. Die Hündin is a female version of a dog. Das Auto. Das Auto. Das Auto is the German word of die car. Die Schokolade. Die Schokolade. Die Schokolade is the German word of chocolate. Der Tisch. Der Tisch. Der Tisch is the German word of table. Das Handy. Das Handy. Handy is the German word of smartphone. Plural forms. So let's learn some plural forms. Remember I mentioned previously there are 3 different articles. They are the, thus, and the 4th article will be also the. And this the is only for the plural words. So the 4 articles are be like they are for masculine one, the for feminine one, thus is for neutral one, and the last one is the for plural one. That's mean for feminine and plural is the same article, the. Plurals can change the article to the regardless of gender. For example, we know the article of book is das Buch, but if it is in plural then you will say die Bücher. Not das Bücher, it's die Bücher, because the article of plural is die. For that reason, if there are many books, like more than one books, then you will say die Bücher. So let's see some practical uses. Ich habe eine Katze. Ich habe eine Katze. I have a cat. We said it eine because remember Katze has article of die. Die will be in indefinite article eine. Eine Katze. Ich habe eine Katze. Let's look at another example. Der Tisch ist groß. Der Tisch ist groß. The article of Tisch is der. That's why we use der Tisch. How do you say it if it's an indefinite article? You would then say ein Tisch. Yeah, not eine Tisch, ein Tisch. Because they are in indefinite article will transform into ein Tisch. So your homework will be see around you and identify some objects, write down them on a paper, then Google it which noun has which article. And no worries, in module 3 and 4, we will go through enough articles and nouns and I will give you a list of hundreds of nouns in PDF form. For each lesson, you will get enough vocabularies. I have created this module for a basic understanding of the German grammar. But in module number 3 and 4, we'll dive deep into this grammar thing. So now practice with me so that the upcoming module will be much easier for you. So conclusion, congratulations on completing this lesson. In this lesson, we had an overview of article and nouns. We learned what are the definite articles and what are the indefinite articles. We also learned the gender of nouns, then went through the plural forms and some practical uses. In next video, we'll learn personal pronouns. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. So welcome to the second video of module number 2. In this video, we'll learn about personal pronouns. Personal pronouns. Here is what we are going to cover. Introduction to personal pronouns. Singular versus plural pronouns. We will see the difference between singular and plural pronouns. We will also see the difference between formal and informal pronouns. And finally, we will see some pronouns in sentences. So let's go. Introduction to personal pronouns. Ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie. For I, you say ich. For you, informally, you say du. For he, you say er. For she, you say sie. For it, you say es. For we, you say wir. For you all, informal, ihr. For they, sie. For you, formally, also sie, but in capital letter. Repeat after me. Ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie. Again. Ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie. For example, ich bin müde. I am tired. Ich bin müde. Du bist nett. Du bist nett. You are nice. So let's see what's the difference between singular versus plural pronouns. Singular pronouns are ich, du, sie, es, sie. They are singular like single one. Ich, I, du, you, he, sie, she, es, it, and sie, formally, you. Only one person. For example, ist glücklich. Ist glücklich. He is happy. Sie ist hier. Sie ist hier. This sie is used for this sie, she, not this one. This she is typically used for if you don't know anyone or anyone is older than you or anyone is your boss. On the other hand, let's see some plural pronouns. Wir, ihr, sie, sie. Wir, we. Ihr, you all. Like all of you guys. Sie, they. Sie, you, formally. Like if there are lots of people you should respect, then you will say also sie. Formally and for plural case. For example, wir sind Freunde. Wir sind Freunde. We are friends. Sie sind Lehrer. They are teacher. Sie sind Lehrer. They. This they. Sie sind Lehrer. So let's see the difference between formal and informal pronouns. Du with friends and family, sie in formal settings and with strangers. For example, du bist schön, du bist schön, you are pretty. Basically, you say du when you know someone, like your friend or family member. On the other hand, sie sind schön, sie sind schön, you are pretty. You will use this sie when you are in a formal conversation or you are talking with someone you don't know. So that's the basic difference between formal and informal pronouns. Let's see how you use pronouns in practical sentences. For example, wir spielen Fußball. Wir spielen Fußball. We are playing football. Wir for we. We are playing football. Ich habe Hunger. Ich habe Hunger. Ich for I am hungry. Geht zur Schule. Geht zur Schule. For he is going to school. So congratulations on completing this lesson. In this video we have just learned the personal pronouns and what's the difference between singular and plural ones. We also learned the difference between formal and informal one. And finally we saw some practical uses. In next video we will learn possessive pronouns. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to the third video of second module. In this video we will talk about possessive pronouns. So let's get started. Possessive pronouns. Here is what we are going to cover. Introduction to possessive pronouns. The difference between singular and plural possessive pronouns. Gender and case variations. And finally we will see some uses of possessive pronouns in sentences. So let's move on. Introduction to possessive pronouns. Mein, my, dein, your informally. Sein, his, ihr, her. Sein, its, unser, our, euer, your informally. Ihr, their, ihr, your formally. So repeat after me. Mein, dein, sein, ihr, sein, unser, euer, ihr, ihr. Let's do it one more time. Mein, dein, sein, ihr, sein, unser, euer, ihr, ihr. For example, mein Buch, dein Auto. Mein Buch or my book, dein Auto or your car. So here is singular versus plural possessive pronouns. Mein, dein, sein, ihr, sein. These are the singular possessive pronouns. Mein, my, dein, your informally, sein, his, ihr, her, sein, its. These are the singular like one person. For example, sein Haus, his house. Ihr Hund, her dog. On the other hand, unser, euer, ihr, and ihr formally, these are the plural possessive pronouns. They are more than one person. Unser is our, euer is your, but informally. Ihr is their, ihr is your, but formally. For example, unser Garten, our garden. Ihr Lehrer, their teacher. So let's see the gender and case variations. Possessive pronouns change according to the gender, masculine, feminine or neuter, and case nominative, accusative, dative, and genitive. These are some advanced grammar we will talk about module number 3 or 4 of the noun they are describing. Mein Vater. We have here mein Vater because the article of Vater is der. That's why mein Vater. On the other hand, we have die Mutter. The article of the Mutter is die. That's why we have meine Mutter. Remember how we changed indefinite article ein and eine? This is the same case. Mein and meine. And for the neuter one, mein Kind. The article for Kind is das. That's why mein Kind. This is the same one as masculine one, as we learned also the masculine one and the neutral one has the same indefinite article ein, so that here will be also mein. The both are mein Vater and mein Kind, and the feminine one is meine Mutter, my mother, meine Tochter, mein daughter, meine Katze, my cat. So let's see some practical uses. Possessive pronouns in sentences, practical uses in sentences. For example, ist mein Freund. Ist mein Freund. He is my friend. Mein Freund. Das ist deine Katze. Das ist deine Katze. That's your cat. Your, deine. Unser Haus ist groß. Unser Haus ist groß. Our house is big. Our house is big. Your homework will be look around you and search for some objects and say it using possessive pronouns. For example, I can say, das ist mein Stift. Das ist mein Stift. Or, das ist mein Kopfhörer. Das ist mein Kopfhörer. Stift is basically the German word of pen and Kopfhörer is basically the German word of headphones. Do this homework and you can improve your uses of possessive pronouns. Congratulations on completing this lesson. In this lesson, I introduced you the possessive pronouns. We saw the difference between singular and plural possessive pronouns. Then we learned the gender and case variations. And finally, we explored some common uses. In the next video, we will learn the verb conjugation. It is the most important part of the German grammar. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the fourth video of module number 2. In this video, we will cover the most important part of German grammar and its verb conjugation. So let's get started. Verb conjugation, present tense. Here is what we are going to cover. Introduction to verb conjugation. I will introduce the verb conjugation, how it works, regular verbs. I will also show you some common irregular verbs and then finally using verbs in sentences. So let's move on. Introduction to verb conjugation. Verb conjugation. Changing the form of a verb to match the subject of the sentences. So let's see the example in English. I eat rice. You eat rice. He eats rice. You see the difference? For I and you, it was eat. And for the third person singular one, he eats rice. This is an English grammar rule to verb conjugation. Similar to that, there is also verb conjugation in German. So let's cover it. Regular verbs. Let's learn the conjugation of German verbs. Spielen. Spielen is the German word of to play. Ich spiele. Du spielst. Es spielt. Wir spielen. Ihr spielt. Sie or sie spielen. Okay, let me explain. Spielen is the main form of the verb and then you will change it according to the subject. For example, ich is I play. For I play will be ich spiele. And for you, do will be du spielst. You play. The English one is same. I play, you play. But in German, ich spiele and du spielst. For es, he, she or it spielt. In English, you can also see a different. For example, I play, you play. Then for he, she and it plays. In English, this is only one change. You see, I play, you play, he, she, it plays. And the rest remains the same. Play, play, play. But the problem with German is you have to change it according to every subject, you see. Wir spielen. For we, it is the main form of the spielen. Wir spielen. Ihr spielt. Ihr spielt. Sie, also the same one, spielen. The main form of the verb, spielen. Remember for the plural form like wir, we, and sie for they and sie, the informal one of you, have always the main form of the verb. For example, in this case, spielen, you can see, it doesn't change. It remains the same one as the main form of the verb. So, did you notice the ending? Here is spielen. Spielen is, the main form is spiel, and then the ending is n. You see, you will only change the ending. For example, spiel remains the same, and then spiele. Only one e. Then spiel remains the same for do. You have to just put st, spielst. Spiel also remains the same for s. You have to just put a t, then spielt. So you can see the ending rule here. For ich will be a ending of e. For do will be the ending of st. For s will be the ending of t. For wir, the ending will be en. For ihr, the ending will be t. And for z and z formal will be the ending en. The exact form of the main verb. Other than spielen, let's see some other examples. For example, let's practice some common verbs. Machen is the German word of to do or to make. Gehen is the German word of to go. Arbeiten is the German word of to work. For mache, it will be ich mache. Du machst. Es macht. Wir machen. Ihr macht. Sie machen. Remember, I told you the ending of this. Here, you can see. The same rule will follow for this one. Ich mache, du machst, es macht, wir machen, ihr macht, Sie machen. For gehen will be also the same. Ich gehe, du gehst, es geht, wir gehen, ihr geht, sie gehen. Gehen, G-E-H, till G-E-H is the main foundation and the ending will change according to the subject. Same also goes with arbeiten. Ich arbeite, du arbeitest, es arbeitet, wir arbeiten, ihr arbeitet, sie arbeiten. I think now you understood the foundation of verb conjugation. These verbs are regular verbs. Let's see some irregular verbs. Common irregular verbs. There are mainly two irregular verbs. Sein, one is sein and the other one is haben. Sein is to be and haben is to have. For example, ich bin, du bist, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. Unfortunately, there are no rules for this verb conjugation, but you can just learn it as it is. Like ich bin, du bist, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. Same goes with the haben verb. Ich habe, du hast, es hat, wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben. Ich habe, du hast, es hat, wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben. We have just learned some regular and irregular verbs. Let's see some uses of verbs. Let's practice verbs in simple sentences. For example, spielt Fußball. Spielt Fußball. He is playing football. Playing, spielt, playing. Ich gehe zur Schule. Ich gehe zur Schule. I am going, gehe, going. I am going to school. Wir haben einen Hund. Wir haben einen Hund. We have, haben, have. We have a dog. So, congratulations on completing this lesson. In this video, we have just covered the most important part of German grammar, and which is verb conjugation. I introduced you some regular and irregular verbs, and we also saw some practical uses. In the next video, we will learn how to structure a basic sentence. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Hi and welcome to the fifth and final video of the second module. In this video, we will learn how to structure a basic sentence. So without any delay, let's get started. Basic sentence structure. Here is what we are going to cover. Introduction to basic sentence structure. Word order in simple sentences, questions and negations, and finally using connectors. Let's move on. Introduction to basic sentence structure. The core components of a simple sentence is subject, verb, and object. Let's see example in English. For example, I eat an apple. In this case, I is a subject, eat is a verb, and an apple is an object. The same goes with second example. He plays football. He is subject, plays is verb, and football is object. The same rules, subject plus verb plus object, will also apply for German sentences. Let's see how. Word order in simple sentences. Subject, verb, object. Or in German, Subjekt, Verb, Objekt. For example, du hast ein Hund. Du hast ein Hund. You have a dog. In this case, du is a subject or Subjekt in German. Hast is a verb or verb in German. Ein Hund is an object or Objekt in German. Du hast ein Hund. Subject, verb, object. Let's see the second example. Wait, let me move me. Yeah. Ich lese das Buch. Ich lese das Buch. Ich is in this case Subjekt or subject. Lese is verb or verb. Das Buch is object or object. Ich lese das Buch. I am reading the book. So let's see some questions and negations. You can form basic questions by inverting the subject and verb. We inverted the subject to verb and verb to subject. Normally, if you want to say it as a normal sentence, then it will be Du isst einen Apfel. Du isst einen Apfel. This is not a question, just a normal sentence. But if you want to transform it into a question, then you have to just invert the verb and subject. You see, is will come from second position on the first position and the subject will go to the second position. Then isst du einen Apfel? Ist du einen Apfel? Just exchanging the verb and subject will make this normal sentence into a question. Let's see another example. Geht zur Schule? Geht zur Schule? Normally the sentence will be geht zur Schule. Geht zur Schule. This is not a question, just a normal sentence. But if you want to transform it into a question, then you have to just invert the verb and subject. Verb will come in the first place and the subject will come into second place. Geht zur Schule? Geht zur Schule? It will be then a question. You are questioning someone. Geht zur Schule? Is he going to school? Okay, let's learn some connectors. Let me move me little bit. Yeah. So basic connectors. There are tons of connectors, but you don't have to learn so many. You can just learn the basics, these three. Und, aber, and oder. Und is the German word of and. Aber is the German word of but. Oder is the German word of or. For example, ich spiele Fußball und spielt Basketball. Ich spiele Fußball und spielt Basketball. I play soccer and he plays basketball. Let's see another example. Ich mag Äpfel, aber ich mag keinen Bananen. Ich mag Äpfel, aber ich mag keine Bananen. I like apples, but I do not like bananas. So, congratulations on completing this lesson. In this video, we learned how to structure a sentence, how to make a question, and how to use the connectors. With this video, you have just completed the entire module. Congratulations, you have just completed the sneak peek of what my German A1 intensive course has to offer. And guess what? This crash course was just the 20% of my intensive A1 course. If you want to have the access to the complete course and take your German to the next level, join the Germanist community today. There you will unlock the full intensive course, weekly practice calls, and many other courses like how to find apartment in Germany or how to find a job in Germany. So don't miss out. Click the link in the description and I will see you inside. Bye bye.